Introduce yourself.
Okay. Can we start with another question? Let's just start with a different question.
Maybe it's not so bad. Silence.
Actually, I brought 2 trees, but we don't have to do 2 then.
Yeah. I mean, you could sit here.
Well, we could take the 5 foot and the 3 foot.
Yeah. Yeah, we should do that. Let's try that.
If my 3 foot works.
Well, wait to find it out. Okay. Let's. Okay. What song do you want to start with then?
I play guitar and I sing in Bloodhound. I started playing music about 10 years ago. My dad was a musician. He had a project going on towards the end of the 80s into the early 90s. He was a singing hobo called Dr. Poet, and so he was always doing music and stuff like that. But he was doing music way back throughout the 60s and 70s, and so there was always a guitar around the house. So I just picked that up and started playing that. Eventually, when I started to learn songs, I started to actually get into it, and I started to really like it. Always wanted to play in a metal band. I always knew that. I wanted to play like heavy metal music, but there was always something that was kind of, I don't know. When I would think about it, I would always think like that seemed a little too boring, like just writing heavy metal riffs all day and just playing that. I thought there needed to be more, but I didn't know what that was. I couldn't put my finger on it. And then I discovered a band called Dream Theater. That was the thing that clicked with me, kind of really showed me like there are no rules to music, despite what everybody thinks, and you don't have to follow a set structure or even a trend.
You want to do it mono or 2 tracks in stereo for the acoustic? I mean, we could record 2 anyways.
Just 2 tracks, yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to do tracks anyways because we're recording 2 mics.
I started a progressive metal band in like 2013, I think. We wrote a bunch of songs and stuff, but then, and I took that very seriously. At the same time, I always liked blues rock. I was getting All Hail going. I thought, I'll get like a blues rock project together. We'll write some songs, just do it for fun, no problem. It'll just be fun with some friends. I contacted a couple of buddies, and we, wrote a few songs and jammed in the bass player's living room and had a lot of fun. They ended up going and doing a different project with some other people on the side. So, and I contacted some other people after that kind of fizzled out. And one of the people I contacted was Tyler.
I didn't do anything as music as a kid or anything until we got to like middle school, and I wanted to play bass because of Paul McCartney. So I think my uncle bought me my first bass. It's the bass that we actually recorded this whole album on, the blue one. And then I started learning how to play clarinet and band and everything. But bass was probably the first instrument that I started learning, and then I realized like I didn't really want to be a bass player completely. I wanted to write music, so I needed to buy an acoustic guitar.
It's quiet. Oh yeah. I was like, why does it sound so shitty when I'm going through mono? I keep forgetting.
Both one more time. From then on, that was it. Like all I started doing was writing songs. Like I started not caring about being like a technically good player, and I think that's kind of evident But where it really kind of shines for me is my ability to like produce and arrange and write. I think is where my like musical ability kind of took root.
I'm just gonna go through Nice Pies real quick to make sure there aren't any parts. I think there actually is a part.
Obviously my number one musical influence is the Beatles, that's for sure. Because they would just do anything that they wanted to, really. Like they didn't have like, oh, we're a rock band, so we do rock music. We don't do, you know, this or that. Like just freedom of doing any kind of music that I want to. Which is kind of why me and Cody gravitated towards each other, and why I think our band works so much is because there's no rules for this band. Watch it, Pat. Move, move, move.
I always liked the idea of concept albums and being conceptual. Sometimes it's even easier to write lyrics when you are channeling them through a character. So I always thought that was like a cool way to channel a message through music. I think I was sitting here and I think I said, do you want to make this a concept band? And Tyler was, yes, I want to make this a concept band. So it's like, okay, so there's this kid who plays guitar and he wants to leave his town. And his only way out of here is on train tracks, you know what I mean? And it kind of evolved to, okay, he jumps on a train, travels the country and because he wants to put a band together because he's so passionate about music.
Caution Canine essentially is an album within our story. It's Bloodhound's band, which is called Caution Canine. It's his band's first album. Unlike Poet, where it has a full story, start to finish, you can kind of follow it if you read the book. Caution Canine has certain specific, you know, it might have kind of specific things that have to do with the story just because of characters who write songs, they're going to feel specific ways. But it in itself isn't a complete story.
DJ. I've never had these like here. Usually they're always up here, so I get it now.
We'll get some little pieces. I have some foam.
Yeah, I have the foam things too that I never fucking. I meant to bring them.
Because every audio person that watches this is gonna like their brain's gonna explode. Do you know how much shit like people get like just flaming these guys like, get your goddamn speakers off the goddamn table?
You don't look bad yourself. Every sinner's got a target on his back now. Go now, say my name, but never miss a shot, and don't take all the blame.
The writing process for this album was a little different than the last because some of the music on Poet, the EP, our previous EP, some of the music was already written. Some of those songs were from that original blues rock project that I started. This one has been way more. Obviously, there's more songs. That Poet only had 4 songs. This album has about 20. So it's been a little different.
That's the right chord.
There you go.
That's what we like to hear.
That's the chord.
That's it. Now we're changing the song. Now that's the song.
Writing between me and Cody isn't different than anything that I've ever done before. I think we kind of fell into the same pattern that I always used to writing with other bands, where it's like I'd have either a scrap of something or a full version of a song or something and be able to bring it to him, and then that's what we collaborate on.
Okay, I get this now. This one, yeah.
You know, it's like building a house, where I'll build the frame of the house, and now Cody gets to come in on that house and say, oh, well, I think, you know, we should put a couch in this room, or I think yellow on the outside would be like a good color.
Working with Tyler's been very easy. What he brings to this absolutely complements what I bring to this. I think it's a very good blend. I think we work pretty well together.
How do you think the album's going, dude? It's Cody, isn't it?
Cody, dude.
What's up with him, dude?
It's like his playing is like just mediocre. You know what I'm talking about?
Dude, I know.
I can't do this anymore, man. Like, I make him half a pizza, he doesn't even come and eat it.
The fuck is his problem, man?
You're an asshole.
Do you think he's like trying to sabotage the band?
I think so. I think the first one was so good. Nobody heard it. So this one he's like, oh, I'll just make it really bad, and then everybody will hear it. Trying to do the opposite. Anyway, all I know is the guy's an idiot. A huge, big idiot.
Hey, what do you think of Tyler?
Honestly,
He makes me do things.
Cody!
your pizza's ready. Whenever you want it.
Your wife's made your pizza.
Fuck. You ungrateful bitch.
Me? What did I do?
Where's your bass player, Joe?
Huh?
Your bass player.
I don't have a bass player.
To be honest, like, Cody is the like least substantial member of the band.
Sweetie.
It's not, obviously there's only two of us, so but it's just not 50-50. It's maybe 85% me, and whatever the rest of that percentage is, Cody. Probably less than that. There's probably another element that the MacBook that we record all of this is probably more important.
Yeah.
You like that?
Do it again.
Do you think he's riding on your success?
I think so, man. I think he's really one to like hold on the coattails of other people. You know, he's just, you know, kind of just worthless, just a terrible, terrible human being. Half the guitar stuff, you know, I had to do it myself, or, you know, had to hire some people to do it, and I just keep telling him, like, yeah, man, that was a great take, man, that was totally you. I'll just fix it in the computer a little bit, and it'll sound fine. You know, he hasn't noticed yet. It's a little sad.
Embarrassing.
It's a little embarrassing. You know, I don't know what we're gonna do live. I haven't figured that one out yet.
Sweetie, it's Christmas Day, 2016. It's 11:30 p.m. 11:27 if you want to get technical. And we just went for a little walk, and now my fingers are all cold all over again. So I'm gonna try to make them work, but. Fucked it up. What's new?
It was just me, and then.
And then everybody wanna be here now.
Oh, that's
That's
all
everybody.
good. That's everybody, yeah. But this would be cool if it was like, I don't wanna be here now.
For me, the goal of Bloodhound is to have something like, obviously I want this music to go somewhere and people to enjoy it, but my ultimate goal with Bloodhound is to have this awesome project that I get to do with my friend, and we get to produce just all of this music, all this creativity. You know, it's almost to the point, I have so much fun writing and recording with Cody that I don't care if the music goes anywhere. And I'm not saying that I'm not gonna like really work hard for the music to try and go somewhere, but I don't care because I'm just enjoying what we're doing and listening to the album myself. Obviously, I would love to like go on tour and all that kind of stuff, but you know, I'm just having fun doing what we're doing right now.
Oh, yeah, I'm in the wrong song.
We did a different chord.
Yeah. Give me some.
Can you go back up when you hit that low one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something like
Let
that.
me record it, yeah.
The reason I think Caution Canine kind of is a step, like a step forward from Poet, there's a few things. Like, I feel like we cover more ground musically in terms of like genre, like what we're dabbling in. I mean, I'm not like, okay, like Ants has that little kind of jazz feeling section. I'm not going to be like, oh, and we do jazz. It's like, no, we
have
don't.
just jazz on this record. We
Yeah,
have a
exactly.
jazz song on this
Exactly.
record.
Yeah, no, it's not like that at all. But I feel like we get heavier in areas. We get funkier in some areas.
We actually have like just a couple of full acoustic songs.
Yeah.
On this one, which is cool.
In terms of like vocal arrangements, we went from 0 to 60. You know. From Poet, it's
because
like
Poet almost had no harmonies.
Yeah, there's like
on stuff
3 harmonies I can think of
in comparison to this album.
This album, yeah,
had almost every song had 50 tracks of vocals.
Yeah, literally double digits.
Yeah,
in the double digits of how many vocal layers we have for maybe one specific, one particular part or whatever.
Right.
Which is cool. And then there's not only just harmonies, but there's backing vocal parts that are just kind of, some oohs and ahs in the background and
choir parts.
We did, the group vocal thing again, which was cool. But this time we did it in Poet. We did it one time at the end of the Traveler. This time we incorporated that into
multiple songs, probably 6 songs.
Probably maybe more than that.
Probably maybe.
The path was never defined.
We got the bass player from our other band. His name's John. He came in and he laid a solo down on one of the songs, which was cool. He just kind of came in and didn't really have anything prepared. He just came in and noodled around for an hour or whatever and kind of constructed this bass solo, funky bass solo. I like that. My friend Chris came in. He laid down cajon on the last track, and then he laid down a shaker on a lot of the tracks, actually.
So, tell me, man, why do you think Bloodhound is good?
Why do I think Bloodhound is good?
Yeah, why should people listen to it?
I don't know. It's an interesting question because, like, why should anybody consume anything that anybody else puts out? This is a story that we're creating that's kind of close to us. I don't care if people like it or don't like it. Obviously I want people to enjoy the music, and I enjoy the praise that I've gotten from at least the first EP. But if I was going to say something that if people, why I want people to like it, I think it's because of the amount of work we are putting into all of this. That's kind of what I would want people to like it for, is like, wow, this is like so well done.
I really hope that people can listen to our stuff and hear that for what it is, and really hear that, listen to it and think, wow, man, those guys really put a lot into that. They put a lot of thought. They put a lot of themselves into that, and I think it's obvious how much attention to detail that we're paying to this.
We tried to make something that was, awesome, and I think we have that.
To me, success is, we had a goal and we met that goal. Now whether or not anybody else liked it, that's irrelevant to my definition of success. And so hopefully anybody who listens to it can acknowledge that, and respect us for what we attempted and hopefully what we accomplished.
She found him at the Burdale bar. He tried to run but didn't get far. He's crying out, hey, where'd my whiskey go?
This is perfect. This is perfect.
Yeah.
Dude.
Just do that one more time.
Okay. All right. We're gonna.
Can I hear myself? Like, what do I sound like?
Well, I can show you when after.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You ready? Okay. This is it. We're live.
Mary Bell, she went to town to lay her father in the ground. He messed around with one too many girls. She found him at the Burdale bar. He tried to run but didn't get far. He's crying now, hey, where'd my whiskey go?
Yes, Tyler? No, dude, this is the weirdest thing.
No, I'm disgusting. Girls don't like me.
Disgusting matters not. Look at me. Pretty I look. Good looking.
Judge me by my gut, do you?
What?
Cody, do you give a fuck if we just microwave this motherfucker?
No, why?
Okay, good.
Why, what's wrong?
So I was gonna cook it on the oven, but I don't want to wait.
Right now we're going for some of the handheld shots. What's happening right now, Cody?
Get about to tune my guitar, make sure it's in tune. We'll start tracking this song, and we'll see how it goes.
Well, alright then.
Hopefully it goes well.
Hopefully.
If it doesn't, you'll hear me saying fuck a lot. And that will be the indication that, yeah, that it's not going well.
Felt like the biggest ass when I killed your rock and roll. Mow down the sexy people every time I look in your eyes. This is a documentary of a camera, because that's all we can see. Hello, camera.
I'm doing an interview.
Okay.
What do you think about aliens?
I think they're too alienated.
Okay. Tell them what's going on. What's happening right
We're
now.
putting the final check mark on CK9. All of the lyrics and music is done. It's time to record.
Congratulations, buddy.
There it is.
High five. We done it.
We done it.
We done it.
This bullshit ass album. Well, now I'm probably gonna do some like harmonies and stuff.
Well, yeah, but this is the last thing that matters.
The last. Hopefully I get it all. I want it all. Where's my click track? Oh, I muted it.
I muted it, sorry.
You muted it. That's fine.
I should have done it the first time.
Is it? Oh fuck.
Was it recording on a different track?
That's recording like way all the way at the end.
Oh.
I was a working man late at night.
What's happening?
I am putting the final mix into Cody's flash drive, like this.
error.
It's just under 1 gig.
Shit.
Oops.
Okay. And that means, would you do the honors of pulling the cap off?
Mm-hmm.
Left-handed, here we go. Squeak. That looks like garbage. It's
Boom.
done.
Album's done. Oh, dear God.
Would you cap me?
Of course.
Be gentle. That wasn't very gentle. Okay, man.
It's done, buddy.
Congratulations.
Just gotta master it now, and it's out.
Until next time. This is it. Mastering. The master is happening right now. Okay, man, so album is mixed and
Album's
mastered.
mixed and mastered. It's bouncing.
How do you feel?
Right now at Star Command Studios. I feel pretty good. We're walking Ryan's dog right now. The dog you probably met earlier in this documentary, where he's peeing.
Taking a nice
This
whiz.
is going to be in the documentary probably.
It might
but
be.
I feel fantastic. I feel really good. I feel like a weight's been lifted off my shoulders, and now we get to go be creative again and make cool music videos.
Absolutely. Positively. And today is July 5th.
Was July 4th.
Yep. And it is... What time does that say? Almost. It's 1:25 in the morning. I have to be up at 7:45 in the morning. And then tomorrow we're doing our little road trip to give it its first listen as a mastered album. We excited and we ready to roll.
I'm nervous. What are you nervous about?
I'm nervous that it's gonna suck.
What are you nervous about?
I'm just nervous that we have to fix something.
Yeah, fix it.
I don't want to fix anything. I want to be done with it.
Alright, are we doing this now? Is this it?
This is it.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh, this is very climate. I'm actually shaking.
McDonald's Museum, the site of the very first McDonald's anywhere. And we're here. We got Talking Tree Man, we got Grimace, we got the Hamburglar looking all creepy and shifty and shit. NASA, guys. NASA is here. Why are we here? Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying.
Live a little more, little more, baby. Got a little room by my side. Hey, cruising down the road and my hair down, blowing the wind. The rock and roll horseman and outlaw's nightmare that ever wrote the book on our sins. I couldn't leave enough to the right. I disappointed you. Your way of life didn't quite right. You should have leaned some more to the right. It's not too late. Don't stay. It's not over. Don't wait. It's not too late. Don't stay. It's not over. I couldn't lean enough to the right. I guess I'm born